I love it when this happens. I can see something yellow shining at me right there. That is a gold nugget. Hi, today's gonna be a different kind of a video, something I've never done before, which is look for gold. I'm only kidding. Today I'm putting on the wetsuit and getting in the river to look for... Yeah, I'm trying to off. I have Bailey with me, and we're not really sure where we're gonna go. I have several claims along this river, but they're all sort of underwater because we're in flood season right now, so we're not really sure where to go, but we're not gonna give up. We're gonna look for bedrock and hopefully find 1,000,000 ounces. Yeah! Before we go down there, I just want to quickly show you the new wrap. I know it's dirty. I've already gotten it dirty, but it's a brand new wrap. It kind of looks like the last one, except it's not gray, it's white, and I added a little bit of gold lines in it because of goldness. And a bit of a quirky Easter egg with this wrap is the topography design that you see is actually a gold claim owned by our friend Andy. So if you were to take this wrap off and look at it, you'll be able to kind of tell exactly where our claim is. But don't do that because yeah, don't do that. I promise, we'll be at the river in a second. We have a couple new sponsors. We have West Shore Spring 4x4 for helping us do all of the suspension in here. Looks absolutely beautiful. New rims, bigger tires. Wilson's Diving because they support me with all the wetsuits and all my diving gear. And M2 Graphics for providing me with this wonderful new wrap. And one more Easter egg. Ah, it's the 3-ounce nugget I bought from Reese in New Zealand. This is gonna be good luck. All right, now let's get changed, hike down to the river and find lots and lots of gold. It feels good to be looking for gold again in BC. I love New Zealand. I spend a lot of time there looking for gold, but at some point I do have to come home and say hi to my local bushes. I don't normally... You just break everything I'm stepping on. Gaining weight. Bailey says he's gaining weight, so he keeps breaking all the branches he steps on. I don't normally hike with my wetsuit on, but I figured we'll be tired by the time we're out of the water, so we don't want to get changed and bring everything up. If we're just light like this, we can just hike out. Hey, we can hike out and it's less effort. Look at this cute little squirrel. Cool, you cute squirrel. Okay, we are here. And as you can maybe tell, the water is up a lot. When you're sniping for gold, you always want to be as close as you can to the bedrock. That's why it's important to try to go to the river when the water is low, because you have more areas to work. High water is going to be a bit of an issue, especially if you want to get in the middle of the river where the big nuggets usually are. But there is bedrock along the sides down here. So I think Bailey and I are going to try our luck anyway. And if we don't have much luck in the next few hours, then we'll probably hit a different creek. I cut my wrist open because I fell, which is really cool. So because we're in flood season, material gets moved around a lot, so I'm looking for newly exposed bedrock. If I can find a spot that was buried for hundreds of years that recently became exposed, there's a good chance that I'm gonna find some gold nuggets, and that is why gold miners love big floods. It's quite common, I'll quickly fan out a pocket of material just to see how packed the material is. And if it blows away easy like that and the cracks aren't packed, I move on. So here is a low point in the bedrock where material accumulates. The more material, the less likely it's been moved before. Also, there's a crack here and here, which could mean a deeper gold-filled crack is present underneath. Unfortunately, there's only one way to find out. I was having some trouble removing this rock, so I gave it the old love tap. Now I'm using my leg arms to fan out the light material, and we should hit bedrock in no time. So I'm already starting to notice two things. One, the rusty looking stuff on the bedrock tells me that there used to be a slab of bedrock there that was broken off several years ago. So I'm pretty sure I've been here before. The second thing I'm noticing is that there is a rock right there and it needs to be studied. After a few minutes removing all the rocks, I did end up recognizing the spot, and unfortunately, no new gold made its way in, so let's move on. Now this spot looked much better. The crevice here is deeper and the material is more packed than the last ones. The problem is, today I'm not wearing any weights, so the river's current wants to keep me away. Now the only real way to do this is to dive down and quickly try to remove the rocks in the crevice. This does work, but takes a bit of time and energy. Now this spot was along the same line, but just a little downstream. It was also a little easier to stay in one place. So I say this a lot in my videos, which is when you start finding heavy things, that's a good sign you're looking in the right area, because heavy things sit with other heavy things, and gold is really heavy. And this is ironstone, which is also heavy, which means there's a good chance we're going to find more ironstone, lead, or hopefully gold.
The rain is really coming now. Not too much longer and the current will be really strong.
See? Exactly how I predicted. A piece of gold. Nothing big, but still gold. I soon found more lead, which means I'm smart and know what I'm talking about.
Dang it. Finally, first flake of the day. There's two down there. Shake, shake, shake. There's actually 3 pieces. Alright, before I can continue in this spot, I'm gonna have to move some of these boulders out of the way. Why is this always so hard?
Also, the heck with this music, it's stupid! Yo, I'm moving a crevice to get down deep, feeling everything I can using my hands and my feet. Gonna find a crevice fully loaded in gold, but if I don't, that's okay. No, it's not. I want to find gold because that's why I'm here. I finally got down to the low point in the bedrock, and even after removing the packed rock at the bottom, I didn't find anything. So I made my way upstream to an old spot I knew and got lucky right away.
I love it when this happens. I'm just working right here in this little area, and I can see something yellow shining at me right there. That is a gold nugget. Yeah, look at that. Not super big, but hey, that's probably 0.2, 0.3. My hands are numb, so I can't really pick it up, but I will try to squirt it up. Suck it up. Come on. Come on. There we go. Yeah, when you find gold, it's a good sign that there could be gold around, so you want to keep looking. I think it's safe to say that I should be working in this area. My shoulders are so sore right now. I've been doing a lot of jiu-jitsu and yeah, it sucks sometimes.
Normally, I wouldn't be working in this spot because of how fractured the bedrock is. You always want to find solid bedrock, but hey, we just found a big nugget, a worm, and now a little piece of gold, so let's carry on. And if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe so we can subscribe together. And then we can be subscribed friends and watch more videos, please. As much as I would love to just keep sucking up small gold here, I want to go towards the middle of the river, but the flow is just too fast. So a few more pieces, and I think we're going to try a different river.
Oh man, the water is just so fast here. It's really hard to move around. I'm gonna try looking for just a few more minutes, and I think we're gonna hit a different creek. How you making out?
So far so good. Just finding a couple little pieces, but that's about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna get out and then we're gonna go to a different creek. The water's just, I keep saying it, but it's just too high. If I had weights with me or my hookah system, I could go down deeper, but then the issue becomes the current is too strong, so we're okay with that. This is the gold I found so far. Not bad. A few little chunky pieces, and then that sunbaker we found in the crevice, just sitting there waiting to be saved. Very cool. So what we're gonna do is quickly pack our gear up, get in the car, go to a different creek, and then do this again. Okay, Bailey and I are at the new location right now.
The water is still high. I kind of expected that, but hopefully it'll be more gold.
So, here we go. Round 2. Let's try not to hurt ourselves today. So the first thing I did was remove a rock, and then we called it a day. I'm only kidding, but what I'm actually doing is removing more rock. When you're sniping for gold, you're always going to be moving rock. In fact, if you're not moving rock, you're probably working in the wrong area. I like setting my camera like this. It just hooks onto a rock and I don't have to touch it. Plus, it's probably easier to watch that way. I spent about 15 minutes removing a lot of this overburden out of the way, but I ended up finding out that I just wasted all my time because the bedrock was smooth. But I did find another area here that had a lot of gold in it, but it was just really dark and hard to see with the camera.
The section of river that I'm in right now is actually pretty dark. I haven't been seeing much gold, but I just found this crevice here, and now I'm starting to see a lot of gold. My lips are numb.
So this little crevice I knew would be alright just because of where it was, and I started seeing gold almost right away. It was also really hard to see, that's why I didn't film every piece I sawed.
I just saw a whole bunch of small gold in here, but it's just so hard to see.
Oh, bro.
I found a picker. I hope you're able to see all this. There's a lot of gold in this crevice. So just taking a quick little break. I am finding consistent gold in that crack there. But I just created a big pile of overburden. So I'm gonna work on the bottom end of the crack and see if the gold continues. All right, I just finished cleaning out this. No more gold. Bailey just said he found a nice little piece now, and I just found 2 nuggets over there. I like this river.
It's one of my favorite rivers. So I can't talk, my mouth is cold.
Gotta suck up my pieces of gold before I forget where they are. Where are they?
So the name of the game is really just look everywhere you can. Some places will be harder to work than others, but what I just found works best is just find a gravelly spot around bedrock and dig down to see if you can find a crevice. If you work the spots that look easy, chances are they've probably been worked before. I got to the bottom of the spot and managed to find one very small piece of gold I sucked up off camera. Also, Bailey's mood quickly changed after the strong current took his snuffer bottle, so to combat the discouragement, we both got out. Alright, Bailey and I are done for the day for 2 reasons. Number 1, we're both tired, and number 2, Bailey had his snuffer bottle in a fanny pack in front of him, and when he went to go reach it, it was missing. So, which really sucks. It means the snuffer bottle probably floated downstream along with anything else that was in his fanny pack, and he was pretty frustrated to say the least, and I know exactly how that feels like. It's happened to me about 3 times. Once I was able to recover it, and that's because I built a dam like 2 miles down the river, but that's not how I found it. Reese found it, but anyway, that's how she goes. So let me show you the gold that I found so far. I might actually give it to Bailey. And then we'll go back to the house, and then we'll weigh everything up. Okay, so for 2 creeks, that's what we got. So 2 half days. So 1 full day, that means. Not bad. I do feel really bad that Bailey lost his gold somewhere. It's honestly probably just snagged up against a tree, or it's gonna be in the ocean at some point, but I'm gonna see if we can find it. So we got a few chunky guys in there. We got this one, and this one. This one's pretty coarse. Or like coarse. Anyways, let me get changed here and drive home. Wait, there's more. Bailey and I decided to come back to the river the following day to try our luck looking for his fanny pack, which had his snuffer bottle in it. And to find more gold, obviously.
So Bailey and I just showed up here just to look for his fanny pack. And I'm glad we actually looked for gold too, because I just found a nice nugget. It went out in the snuffer bottle, so
Congratulations.
thank you. Stay. So I just heard a big yell from Bailey. Look what he found. Yay!
Like 2 kilometers down the creek, and
Nice.
there's like this natural dam.
High five.
Woo!
Yes. You dropped your snuffer. That means Bailey gets to keep his gold, and I get to keep my gold too. Heck yeah.
So the whole point for today was just to look for Bailey's snuffer bottle. But now that we found it, and we happen to have our wetsuits and all the other equipment, including spare snuffer bottles with us, I guess we're just forced to look for more gold.
I'm finding a lot of lead and a bit of gold in this spot, but it's just so hard to see because it's smoky. That and I'm kind of in the shade. I just blew it a nice flick.
So even though we have more time to look for gold today, we both exhausted the easy spots and decided to return in a few days when the water drops some more. Alrighty then. So, Bailey had some good luck and he found his fanny pack.
I did.
That had a snuffer bottle in it.
Snuffer!
So let's see the gold he would have lost.
And there's a hole in here when I found it, too.
There's a hole too, oh wow. So this is the gold he would have lost if he didn't find it. There we go. Gold always looks smaller when it's in the pan, but hey, those are actually nice bits. You got a few pickers in there, yeah.
Yeah.
You happy you found it?
Yes. I was screaming.
Screaming, yeah. I don't know how many times I have lost this guy.
And I have this bottle that I used today.
Oh, and that's for today.
Yeah. Put rocks in
You
there.
found a rock.
Found a rock.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a nice little nugget.
Yeah, that's a little piece.
Very nice. It's like a little, looks like a nose. You have the nose for gold. Now, for my snuffer bottle, we're just gonna go back to the house, dump it all out, and have a closer look. Oh, have a closer look when we get there. So here's our loot for the 2 days. We have, obviously, lots of gold, lots of nice coarse gold, and we even have some lead, and also a teensy-weensy garnet. I managed to find a piece of gold and lead around the same size as the garnet, so this kind of looks neat. I thought it looked like a sweet arrange of planets. Our biggest piece of the day is this huge nugget. It's probably going to be under a gram, but I'll still consider that a nugget. We also have a little more little bits, little niceness in here. I also got this sweet attachment in the mail for my phone, so I can do these zooming shots. So thank you to whoever sent me that. I don't believe your name was in the package. So our biggest piece of gold using the zoomy thing compared to our smallest piece. All nuggets deserve attention. So let's weigh our nugget first. Our biggest piece, 10 ounces, 0.65 grams, so just under a gram, as I guessed. Now for the rest, I did not spill. 10,000 ounces, 3.94 grams, so just about 10,000 ounces, which means $16,000? I don't know. I don't know what gold price is at right now, but I know it's a lot, so that means I can retire.